You're live.
Hello there, folks. Welcome back to In the Basement with Mclemore, and I'm your illustrious host, Bryant Mclemore Smith. I'm glad to see you guys. Like we've been gone for the whole month of July, so we took a little bit of a sabbatical. A lot of stuff was going on. Somehow, I'm still trying to salvage this summer. I mean, I looked up and it's August. Are you kidding me right now? It's August. So welcome to In the Basement with Mclemore, and I am so excited to be back. Got a great show for you guys today. I'm actually joined the Illinois Cannabis Chamber of Commerce, which some of you guys are really excited to see what the chamber is going to be doing. We're going to be making sure that the same gender loving people get at the table of this money making, life changing, entrepreneurial, and some of y'all just smoking and ain't benefiting from none of the stuff that's happening. So, yeah, so without further ado, I'd like to introduce my co-host, Mr. Stephen Dunagan, all the way from the sunny shores of Trenton, New Jersey. Yay! And right now, Steve's having some technical difficulties, but we know he's there. Hi, Steve. Can you hear me? Because we can't see you. So as we go on, Steve will probably come in a bit. It looks like he's having some difficulties with the camera, but we're going to keep on moving. So I want to pose this question to you guys. Did you do anything with your summer? Did you get an opportunity to visit loved ones? Did you go to the beaches? Did you do any travel? I mean, with the scare of monkeypox, and we're still not to the left side of COVID as far as I'm concerned. We're not. I really found it really hard to get a grasp on this summer. It like came, and then it's already August. And, in Chicago, pretty soon it's going to be over. Like we got to the end of September maybe. It's already starting to cool off, which is fine by me. I've got some amazing tomatoes and cucumbers in my garden and jalapeno peppers, and they're already time to be picked. So I wanted to give a praise report on a couple of things that happened. My little brother had some surgery issues for the month of July, which is one of the reasons why I was gone, as well as going on my Doty Brothers retreat, which I'm so excited about. I became an ado on the 17th of July with 17 of my line brothers, so to speak, and I made some friends for life. Lots of amazing bonding. Taking off all the layers, or peeling back the layers of the onion, which is our human existence, all the facades that we put on for people and even on for ourselves. And so getting to know the real you is almost a challenge, just to realize how much might be stuck in there from your past, how many things that you might need counsel. You might need to seek counsel for some of the issues that plague you. But I want to thank Charles Nelson and my Ado brothers with the Chicago chapter of Adoti. If you guys don't know anything about it, especially you same gender loving brothers, get on that website. Don't miss that retreat. There's a winter retreat coming up as well. I think it's down south, and I don't have all the information with me, but it's something that you might want to consider attending. As we go forward, get out, do something, salvage the rest of your summer, which I feel like, I just feel like that it's got away from me. I mean, it's work, sleep, work, sleep, work, sleep, work, 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 sleep. So something is missing. I didn't get an opportunity to spend a lot of time, laying out on the beach, reading a good book, including my good book, Love, Blood, and Rhinestones. So a lot of you guys know that I've written a book. It's been in the Silver Room for over a year. It's in Hyde Park Records. It's on Amazon, or you can go to my website, lovebloodrhinestones.com, and you can order the book. So I don't know what y'all are doing. Order the book and read it, because we're going to have a book signing coming up soon. The Silver Room is taking book signings now, and I'm poised to be there at some point in September. So look forward to that. And if you look up in the screen, you'll see that book, Love, Blood, and Rhinestones. You guys really got stories to tell, stories to read. And I'm not sure what's going on with Steve, but we're just going to push right on through. Steve, are you there yet? I see he's over there spinning, so I don't know. StreamYard's torturing my torture my co-host today. We've got, like I said, an exciting show for you. My girl Eunice Sander, who is the founder of UNES Lock Oil Products. She's also my sister in the struggle with the Illinois Chamber of the Illinois Cannabis Chamber of Commerce. Excuse me. And I'm not smoking. Hey, Steve, there you are. I see you. You're frozen, but we see you. Can you hear me? Hey, Steve-O. So we know Steve's there. We'll just wait until he gets unfrozen. There was a show once that Steve had to cover for me. I was frozen the whole show like this. So Steve had to jump in there, ask the questions. Oh, it's just quite a challenge. We've come a long way within the basement with Mclemore. So how you guys doing? How you feeling? Are you okay? Are you loving yourself? Have you done anything exciting? You can always call into the show and we can talk about that. Just some of the things that are up to come. We are going to do a fundraiser with Rhythm and Flow Radio with Miss Katie Lowe, and of course in the basement with Mclemore. We're going to try to include everybody that is part of Rhythm and Flow in this fundraiser. Of course, we want to thank the Regina Armour Group and Maceo Photo, who's been with us from the beginning, and of course now Dr. Eunice Sanders, the founder of UNES Lock Oil Products. We want to thank you guys for sticking with us, staying in there. We're going to get into this winter. We're going to be bringing back 6 Degrees Improv. Going to have some of my improv folks on there so I can act a little crazy like y'all know I can do. I'm not just talking. I like saying things and becoming someone different and using my hats and my things to change my personality. Yeah, that's what I thought. Moving on. So I went to the Black Women's Expo this weekend. I had a chance to, I hadn't been to that in a long place. Now, let me tell you, for you people who have been to McCormick for just concerts, that's easy because you park right there, then you just go right into the concert part. But oh my God, that complex, that event center complex, which is like the biggest in the Midwest or second or third in the world. I don't know. It's huge. Walking. Hey, Steve, now we can see you.
Yeah, I resorted to the phone. Sorry guys, I don't know what the deal is with the laptop and StreamYard, so that's very strange.
Yeah, that's all right. Look, you got on. I see you got a ceiling fan whirling above your head. It looks like it's a hat.
You know me, always innovative.
Innovative and always up with the fashions.
You know they'll be doing this next year, of course.
Right, it's gonna be all the rage in Paris.
The rotating hat.
You know what? That's not too far from the truth. We could probably start an episode of Pose.
Might as well. Oh, thank you.
Now,
Thank you.
So,
Thank
how's
you.
it been? What's been going on with you in Trenton?
Oh man. Trenton. Let's recap because we haven't really recapped since we weren't able to have the show. I'm sorry, viewers and listeners. Good afternoon. So glad to see and hear you. Thank you for tuning in. And we're so sorry we missed you last month, but we were both very, very busy
Yes.
and wanted to see you guys. But I'm glad you hung in there. I can't see how many people are on today, but those that are here for us, we thank you and we love you very, very much.
So, Better
Thank you.
said. Yes, that's right. I mean, we really did have a lot going on, man. The month of July for us, I at least got to see you. I mean, you had a rigorous schedule. I had the retreat. I had
Mhm.
movies. And then you came to town to celebrate your sister. We want to
You
dedicate
very-
the show to Stacy.
Yep. Hey, Stacy Dunagan, in
And again,
heaven.
in heaven, we
That was
enjoyed
a
you.
beautiful. That
Yeah,
turned out beautiful.
it was a
We-
great your nieces and nephews too, Steve. They all are so, and your great uncle now twice.
My babies, my two little babies, Miss Omaria and Serena, named after my grandmother.
Wow, I had
And
no
just
idea.
the sweetest kids.
What your grandmother Miss Strickland, what was her name?
Vivian Serena Strickland. Well, Davis Strickland.
Oh, I didn't know that Serena came from that. I had no idea.
Mm-hmm. Yepper.
And then we want to also say happy
Happy birthday.
birthday, Steve. Happy birthday to
And
you.
me.
Happy birthday to Steve. Happy birthday, dear Steven. Happy birthday to you. So Steve's
Thank
birthday.
you, brother. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. I'm so sad your president didn't come yet. I mean, it's like floating around. You
It's
guys don't ever pay for no damn rush delivery. You hear me? Just don't do it. Send it by Pony Express,
and you'll be better off.
Van, Trailway bus, whatever you got to do. Just don't pay extra to have it come for the person's birthday because it simply just does not come. He still hasn't got.
Mhm. I did get an email saying that it was on its way and may be diverted to a safer location.
Oh, by way of Dubai.
By Dubai through Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, New York City, and then Trenton.
And then Georgia, well, that's the last stop on the route. So I was just telling them that I got a chance to go to the Black Expo
Hmm.
uh, this weekend, and just great entrepreneurial spirit. There were so many things, though, like so many black businesses, not only run by women, but also the gentleman had the place sprinkled up too. I
Okay.
found that there is a black pet store, Steve, on like 87th Street over East.
Okay.
Black owned and operated. I met the gentleman. I don't have his card in front of me, but I'm definitely going over there to support that brother. You know how many aquariums I have
To
around here.
get your yeah, to get your fish stock up.
Yeah, get my fish stock up. I think I'm gonna do my winter fish stocking over at his place. He says he's got a 180-gallon saltwater tank, which I can't even fathom.
Wow.
That must be like an ocean.
Uh-huh. I'm sure you'll have a good time just looking around and seeing all the little beautiful species that you're gonna take home.
Yeah, he actually had some fish at the Black Expo, which I thought was strange. He had the Chinese beta fish in a bag and people walking around with them.
Why, that's not a good thing? Weren't they getting ready to go home?
Yeah, well, they were, but I mean, it just was funny because I was like, oh, pets. Like, you're right next to the hot dog stand.
Oh, well,
So it was it was very innovative.
let's hope the hot dog stand doesn't suddenly start selling mysterious fish sandwiches.
Smell.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh,
I unfortunately I missed the famous and the most luxurious singer Elder Barge.
oh, I love elderberries.
I don't want
Oh,
Barge at the Black Expo because he always sounds like the sound system. I don't know what it was. It was not like good.
oh,
It wasn't.
wow.
I think that they should invest. I mean, they have them in that big hall. I don't know. Maybe it's
Hmm.
just me. But like, what new Elder Bard songs do you like?
But shut up. His voice is more, in my opinion, more conducive to a small setting like City Winery, Something like that. Something calm and cool and collected.
Yeah, the
I
tiny
don't
desk
see him.
would be good.
Yeah, I don't really see him on a really big stage.
Well,
I think.
it was a very howling cat.
Oh,
Uh,
oh. Well, we're gonna say a prayer for Mr. DeBarge that he will refrain from such large venues.
maybe I'll invite him over in the basement with Mclemore where he can sing
There
quiet.
you go. An intimate setting
Yeah, that's the best thing. I probably won't be good at concerts either.
with washer and dryer
Ah,
in the
so
music room.
I gotta
But
ask.
wait, real quick before I forget, I want to shout out two other birthdays. My mom and my aunt Dee Dee. They were both June 30th. I won't tell their age because women will be upset with me and cut us off. But
Right,
they made it, and they're over 50. That's all I'm gonna say. And they
right.
enjoyed their celebration in which you performed, and we had an amazing comedian, and she was hilarious,
She was hilarious.
hilarious.
She's hilarious. She actually, aren't you getting married to her?
Oh, that's right. Forgot about that wedding. Yeah,
I
per her, we
I
will be
brought you
married by the
a gift.
end of the year.
I brought you a little wedding gift in celebration of your marriage.
Wow, beautiful.
Just in case, if you don't like that, we'll do something like this. How about your new Black and Decker can opener?
Wow, wow.
So
I
I have, just in case you get married, I do have all of your gifts lined up, and you know what? So do whatever you got to do to make it happen.
I'm so happy. She has already sent a Hamilton Beach. Uh, what is this? Blender /wave crusher. When the hell is that? Anyway, she sent it. We'll be married by the end of the season, or we won't.
You said a blender slash what?
Wave crusher. That's what the box says.
What
I
is a wave crusher?
I kid you not.
I
I
don't even know what a wave crusher is. Like, Steve, let me see it. Because, like, this chick is pining hard for this fella. She sent him a gift all the way from Chicago. Uh, yeah. I don't know how that's going to work out, girl. But best luck to you all. Hope it all works out. Oh, my God. Well, that is quite.
Blender /wave crusher. Maybe I take this to Hawaii when I go surfing.
Oh my God, that is hilarious. Well, I guess she doesn't know. She might not know about the same gender loving part. Then you might want to not tell her that up front, or she's gonna take
Oh,
her back.
I neglected to drop that little tidbit, but we'll get to it.
Yes, at some time in the marriage. But you know what? Just in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and take this little puppy back because I give you 6 months. After
That-
that, so
6 months? Wow.
well, I mean,
Oh,
6 months
one
is
more birthday. Willie E. Davis, our very good friend. He was
yes.
July 15th,
July
14th.
15th, 14th. Yes, and
Yes.
we had a great dinner with Willie that night. As a matter of
The
fact,
Hubbard Inn,
that was a very
the Hubbard
consequential
Inn
for me.
in
Yeah,
River
the Hubbard Inn.
North.
We had a great dinner, and then I came out. My car was booted. That was a great night.
Oh,
Yeah, remember? Yeah, remember all the drama, and then
oh,
we
and we had such a
north.
good time. That always happens, but the time was great that we had, so can't be mad.
No, I'm not mad. We had a great time. It was great seeing
Yeah,
uh, Charles and Dwayne. We want to give our condolences out for Dwayne on the loss of his mother just recently, and
yeah.
he's just a trooper. When your parents go on, I mean, those that have lost someone, and it's just you can't even put your finger on what to say at times like that. You just want to be prayerful and send some good energy his way.
Yep.
We do have a great guest coming on. She's probably in our back room, Dr.
Hmm.
Eunice Sanders, who you guys probably remember from Eunice, the founder of Eunice Lock Oil Products, and she's got some amazing fragrances. You can find her in what's the health food place in Hyde Park? Is it Bonsante?
I am not familiar. I'm
Yeah, I think
sorry.
It's Bonsante, but it's right next to where Mellow Yellow was, and Mellow Yellow has been bought by African American entrepreneur that has a company that does sweets. So it's not actually open there yet, but it's coming. So
Okay.
Steve, what did you what did you
I
do this?
wanted.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I wanted to shout out the house music communities all over the world. Summer is a big time in the house music community. Excuse me. There are tons of festivals all over. Trenton has one that's next Saturday. I just kind of did like this in Facebook house music events and found one in New Brunswick, New Jersey. I went there Saturday. Um, there will be one that's a small one on September 10th in Philadelphia.
Oh,
And we are going to have one of my best friends, Donald Khalil Mason, aka Funk Boy. He and his brother Steve Mason have been a house music force in Philly for over 30 years. Uh,
wow.
Steve is on WDAS FM Philly on Saturday nights from midnight to 2 a.m. Um, Khalil will be spinning at in Baltimore on September 3rd and 4th at
Okay.
the Charm City Music Conference. So that's going to be cool. Just all over the place. I know Chicago, of course, had their the Chosen Few picnic July 3rd and 4th. I know that was huge. Shout
Huge.
out to everybody. And one thing about the all of the negative stuff that we've heard about people, period, going to events, trying to have a good time and getting shot. I have not heard any report this year that anything strange and tragic has happened at any house music event. We're loving people.
Yeah.
Just whoever comes, comes, drink, eat, be merry, and dance.
Yeah.
Um,
Let the rhythm take your way. And we do.
yes.
I have noticed in Chicago that not only our generation, but now our children are the only other element that's introduced. So they're sort of like grandfathered in. And when there
Hmm.
is a little bit of an element, it's usually them because they haven't got to the point to where we are just there to have a good time and listen to some music and be able to take yourself out of yourself in the rhythm. And in some, I'm the speaker dancer, so I don't have any problem getting near the speaker and just dancing my little life away by myself. I don't, you don't, house music is a thing where you don't have to have a partner.
Mm-mm.
You can
Dance like
just
nobody's looking, as they
somebody
say.
and that to me has this a sense of liberty, like it's
Hmm.
freeing just to liberate yourself and not to worry about what people are thinking about what moves you're doing. I mean, usually we have our own beat going on in our head and it's all a different beat. You're hearing something different than what I'm hearing and the person next to me is hearing something different than what we're hearing, but it's all just universal. And that's a good shout out. Miss Monica Rose should be on this show because she's the
Yes,
ambassador.
you should.
Monica's the ambassador of house
For
music.
Alan King. For Alan King Productions, no matter where he is, what he's doing, she is the ambassador.
She is going to find out where Alan King is and walk right on past his wife and go right on to make sure that we all know what's going on. So we often joke with Monica when we want her to come to our parties. We just tell her Alan King's going to be there. And I used to have like an Alan King mask.
And she's there. And she's there.
Yeah, I used to have an Alan King mask that I got for some.
Oh,
You remember it was like a church fan and it had
Dawn.
his face
I
on
think
it.
Dawn made him. I think Dawn made him too funny. Shout out, Mr. Allen King.
Yes, Al,
Your music is just
phenomenal.
it. Phenomenal.
So,
Always.
speaking of house,
Chosen few. Chosen few. Clap clap. Mike
yeah,
Dunn.
yeah,
All of them are doing excellent.
yeah,
Terry
Craig Loftus,
Hunter,
yeah,
Wayne
Craig Loftus
Williams.
is my neighbor. Craig Loftus is my neighbor. He lives about 6 blocks from me. Actually, he has my book that he borrowed from my neighbor, and Craig, if you're listening, she wants her book back. She wants you to order your own book.
Thank you very much.
She said Craig borrowed my book and he returned it.
Mm-mm-mm.
My 80-year-old neighbor who was reading my book about same sex abuse is really hilarious. So let's check and see if Eunice is in the back.
Oh, one last plug
Yes.
or issue. New York, I went here for my birthday. The Michael Jackson musical is phenomenal.
Yay, yay. I mean
The
that
dancing, the acting, the actors worked overtime. So take a little trip up there before it's gone and check it out.
let's go ahead and pay some. Hey Eunice.
Very good.
How are you? There's
Hey
something
Eunice,
going
how are you,
on.
sweetie?
There's something going on with the sound.
Should
You
I
guys,
turn my
do you guys hear me?
Yes.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay, great.
So
Okay.
Eunice, we are so excited today, all listeners, about me becoming the latest member, I believe, to the Illinois Cannabis Chamber of Commerce. Is that
Yes, yes,
correct?
yes.
Why don't you give us a little, tell us what's going on with the chamber and what they can expect?
So first of all, I want to say how super excited I am to have my brother and friend Bryant to be a part of this really a life-changing movement. Back in 2018, while working in the medical industry, Dr. Consulter, who was the first signing physician to give medical marijuana scripts away, I was working in senior care, and I worked alongside of Dr. Consulter on a lot of projects that he was doing at the time, and one of which he was desiring to do a movement amongst seniors to bring cannabis to make it, which is a project still that has not come into the senior living facilities, but that's something that he wanted to get going. And from there, I was inspired to um, further get involved in the medical cannabis business, and later decided, before we became legal, to go ahead and grab the Chicago Cannabis Chamber of Commerce. Didn't know at that time, guys, what it would be. I was inspired by God, really, to do this, and I held on to it. We became legal in 2019. You all know the story. 2020 came around and everything shut down.
Yeah.
So, all the way down.
Yeah.
And so we're really just opening up everything here in Chicago. We just had our first cannabis convention 2 months ago that I attended. That's the very first one that we've had here in Chicago since it's been legal. So we're not behind time, but we're right on time to what's happening. So the Cannabis Chamber was put in place to make sure that all of the companies that, whether they sell rolls, vapes, or are a dispensary, growers, seeds, whatever the case may be, cultivators, all of those will be a part of our membership. And we will have very different entities that help to provide services for them, networking events, all of that. One of the things that brings us right home to where we are right now is my desire was to bring the LGBTQ community into this. When I attended the event You want to say something, Brian?
No, no, no. I was
Oh,
just saying,
okay.
hey, here we are.
When I attended the event that you had, Brian, with your book, and you had some of the legislators there, I had it in my mind already, was trying to figure out how am I gonna fit this into what we're doing. And that night it became clear to me that my brother Brian has to be a part of this. What great or spokesperson than
Yeah.
him to speak on behalf of the community. Uh, and our theme for the LGBTQ community um, is going to be the Perrin Project. Mr. Perrin was a man in San Francisco who fought for legislator to push for medical marijuana for those who were battling with HIV and AIDS. This also, when I read his story, struck home to me because my sister in the late 80s was the first African American woman in Illinois to be diagnosed with HIV. And a Jamaican woman is the one who said, you know what, you're going to have to do something really radical. You're going to have to find one of those guys who can get you some marijuana. You're going to have, certain things. My sister decided I'm not taking AZT, which was the horse tranquilizer, that she said, I'm not taking that crap. If I'm dying in 12 to 18 months, then I'm going to die not from them using me as a guinea pig. And
Yeah.
my sister said, I want to go natural. I'm like, what is natural? I'm a naturopathic doctor because of my sister, Barbara. God rest her soul.
Amen.
So a lot of the things that we use from the naturopathic standpoint, marijuana was one of them. I want to take the stigma off of marijuana being a drug because it's not. I'm not going to get too deep into that. We can talk about that on another note. But Mr. Perrin fought for legislature to open up for those who were in the LGBT community. It finally moved to where they could get medical marijuana there. It became legal, and the rest is history in 2016. So I felt moved to start the Perrin Project, and there's still lots of fight for different things that we really want to push forward. And we brought Brian in, who already came in. He already came in hitting home runs. So I'm excited. He's excited.
I am very excited.
We're gonna do it.
So I want to. I know, Steve, you have some of your questions as well. Some of the benefits. Could we just talk a little bit? Not only we already know the medicinal benefits of not only used for your body and for your hair. What can we expect for our members? What would be the benefit? Because I'm starting this membership drive today, y'all. Become a member today.
So yes, absolutely. So Bryant, there is several levels in which people can come in. The different levels they can come in for as an associate member, which is our roots level, bronze leaf member. But to go over all of the benefits, they from being on our website to being premier sponsors for our events, to be able to also have access to all of our members who are a part to our community, because this is huge. We will be doing tours here in Chicago, working with the Board of Tourism. We will have those that will work with also our committees that will work with legislature to push forward some of the things that we're still fighting for. You still have people still in jail serving time.
Yeah.
So we still want to, we have a lot of work to do. It's not just a, fun networking event, but we have a lot of work that we're going to do in this. A lot of social equity. We still have not enough of Indigenous, Black, and Brown that have licensing that they promised to give us, made it harder later. This is not just a Black community, but we definitely are putting our focus on everyone, everybody being included. So I'm,
Eunice,
yes, yes, yes.
real quick, I've got a couple of very important pieces that I want to introduce the listeners to find out about money and jobs. Very important. But back to what you said about the folks that are arrested and in jail. Is there any movement to go through some of those cases and try to return some of those um, cases?
Yeah, Steve, your vocals.
That
Excuse me. There's a real bad echo. There's a bad echo.
is it when
So
I
you
talk?
can't listen. You can't listen to the show while it's playing. I don't know who's doing it, but there's a bad
So,
echo somewhere.
so should Bryant and Eunice put themselves on mute?
It's I don't know that I don't know if somebody is trying to play the show while they're on the show, but there is a very bad echo, and I'm going to tell you something. It's ruining your show. I hate to come in the screen and tell you, but it sounds terrible.
Okay, listen, I just needed to mute my mic when anyone's talking. We just need to mute our mics because I didn't hear
Is that
it.
what it is?
Yeah.
It's
Because
bad.
nobody else is doing anything else. I don't have any. This is the only app that I have open.
And me
Okay.
as
All
well.
right, because it's terrible.
Okay, so we.
All right, I'm done. I'm done.
Okay.
Okay. How do I? Okay. So Eunice, you're on mute.
I was on mute. I'm not now, but I'm going to mute again.
Okay. Now, my question was, is there any movement by law enforcement, which I highly doubt, to start reviewing some of these cases where people were arrested on minimal marijuana charges to look and see who they can now release because they're now finding, well, for one, marijuana is legal now, and two, they're finding that that was excessive. That was my question.
So yeah, there has been some small steps to do that. There is a lot more that is needed, and that is why we have our political advocacy committee and our community engagement committee that is together that are working hard with that. We are going to stay in the face and pull those things forward. I don't want just for us to get them out of jail, to expunge their records, but I want reparations for those who have spent time, because a lot of people don't know. And what that reparations would be is give us some land, send these members out to help them as far as the cultivation, and then let's put something together where the Illinois dispensaries have to support these a certain percentage they have to purchase from them. To me, just to get them out, that's great. To expunge their records, that's great. But they've lost a lot of time. They've lost a lot of lives. What a lot of people don't know is those offenses, no matter how much they had on them, little or big, if they had 3 offenses, depending on the judge, he can give them 30 to life. And a lot of them got it. When that came forward, a lot of them got that. So we definitely are pushing forward. It's not enough being done. You're right. Not enough. It's being small steps, but not enough.
That is Steve, you have an
I'm sorry. All righty. Two things. In 2020, the cannabis industry was responsible for 17.5 to 21.3 billion dollars. Created 240,000 up to 321,000 full-time jobs. The 2026 projection is 41 billion. And I'm going to leave one little tidbit and for Miss Eunice to address. I was just reading on High Times about unions, and unions are targeting the industry because of the number of workers that are now employed and the need for better conditions, wages, and benefits. What say you, Miss Eunice?
I absolutely agree with that. I feel like that there are a lot of people that are missing out. And as much money as they're making, there can be more opportunities, not only for people to come into business, but also opportunities. A bill just went on the table a couple of days ago because the banking system wants in also. There's only a few banks. My first bank was in way downstate in Springfield because I don't handle cannabis, but because the Cannabis Chamber of Commerce was a cannabis-based business, it could not go into a regular bank. Illinois, the first week, I don't know if you remember this, the first week they opened up, the billions and millions and billions of dollars that they made, people were scared because they had nowhere to put their money. That's still an issue. So that's on the table also. They are fighting for unions. They're fighting for the banking system wants in. They're like, we're struggling every other way. This would be a way to get a lot of us out of the hole. So that bill just went on the table just a few days ago.
That's amazing. What do we mute your phone, Eunice? What do we expect and what do we want from not only our local aldermen, senators, and congresspersons here in Chicago that would benefit us, Eunice, on our plight? What, because I'm going to have them look at this show and say what we want. I mean, we need spaces, we need a bunch of things. Can we lay that out in your opinion?
We can lay it out briefly, Bryant. One of the major things that we need from Chicago is for them to really begin to, we definitely need space. We definitely need a home for the chamber. And that's not because we cannot just go into any place, but I want to be in the place that's going to be where an alderman is going to be, first of all, have to understand the cannabis industry. It can't be somebody who said that we don't believe in it at all. I wouldn't want to be in a community like that. But being in their community is a great benefit for them because this is a first. There's no other cannabis chamber of commerce in Illinois. We service, it's Chicago Cannabis Chamber, but we service the Chicago, Northwest Indiana. I've already got my feet in Joliet. I'm as far as helping St. Louis put their chamber together as we speak. So we need housing. We need them to, those who really believe in cannabis to come aboard and speak up for some of these bullet points that we have slated. Become our main person to speak on behalf of the chamber. Get involved. Like I said, from tourism, equity, the LGBTQ community, a lot of the community engagement projects that are out there. There's a lot of things that they can do within the chamber that is really good for them.
I think those were excellent points. Mute your phone. The other thing that I think is really amazing and what I'm really excited about is that I am a people gatherer, and this is a no-brainer. And I think that not only the LGBTQ community, the African American community, we don't have anything that's crossed the river. You know, we don't have any shops on the south side. There very little of this money is reaching the minority community, let alone the same gender loving community. Very, very little of the money is on. I don't know any African American growers. We don't have cannabis shops out south. There's so
I can't believe that.
yeah,
That seems unbelievable.
Things are benefiting is getting high. we just getting high.
That is it. You're absolutely right. The biggest benefit that the minority community is getting is we're getting high legally. That to me is such, and I'm not just going to blame, I'm not just going to blame politics on that. We have to push forward in this, forge forward. I've been preaching this since it started. Don't just go after the dispensary. I knew from the beginning that it will take a while before the first person of color would be able to put their name on a script, and they haven't by themselves yet. They've been attached to someone else. However, there's other ways that money can be made, that trainings can be put in place that can benefit us later. And I'll just put this out there later. I do want to put some groups together where people who say, hey, I don't have no $2 million in the bank. I don't have that. But there may be 6 of you that can put it in the bank. And you can break off from there. We're going to have to learn from the other persuasions to come together and work together. To put it, to come together and work together. I mean, they have 3 people who come in and they buy one shop. And then the next one in 2 years, you're going to be in business. And then the next 2 years, you're going to be in business. We're going to have to learn to do that. And I'm going to help us to do that.
Yes, I'm so excited. Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
Excellent.
So excited, Eunice. This is I told you guys this was going to be an amazing show, and like I said, I'm excited to join my sister in this this endeavor. Once I get a hold to it, we're going to be stopping everything else, and we're going to be focused on it.
Any attorneys out there who you are very well versed in the cannabis business, we need you. We, women in this business is a huge thing too. So that's another part of it. But we do need some attorneys. I've been speaking to some. We have a that's going to come together of attorneys where we're going to put and Bryant, you'll definitely be involved in this. We're going to put a town hall together in our communities that are going to be rallying together, so we'll be up to date and up to speed on this.
Great. Any Eunice, any quick note, sound bites on investing? You talked about gatherings ourselves, putting our money together. What about straight investing also?
So
in the industry.
Investing in the industry, and there are stocks that are out there that are steady climbing in that, but there will be ways to be able to invest just what I was just talking about for the community. There are going to be investment opportunities in that, and that will be coming forward at the top of the new year.
Why don't you give them the website and the way they can get in touch with you, Eunice?
The website is the Chicago Cannabis Chamber of Commerce.com. And we are excited that you will be able to go on. We're going to be opening up our membership. We'll go on, look at the site, stay in touch with us. We have some great things that are forthcoming. We're working hard to do that. The site is supposed to open. I told this was supposed to be a surprise for Bryant, but he surprised me that it's supposed to open up. It was going to open up on the show. I thought the show was at 6:30 tonight. So we were going to open up live on the show, but it'll open up a little later. But that is the website address. You can go on, and we're excited. I'm excited, and I thank you guys for having me on today. You have a question?
Yeah, I have a question before you go, because we were talking about there were no blacks with licenses, cannabis license. Okay, back in 21, I read an article that Senator Ricky Hinton was the first black in the state of Illinois to snag a cannabis license.
Who is that?
Senator Ricky, he used to be a senator.
So listen. So yes, I did not say that there were no blacks that got a license. They got licenses that were attached to people that were of another color, is what I'm saying. They did not have an individual license that were given to them. I know someone personally who have a license, but guess what? They had a license that was attached to somebody that was Israeli.
Thank you. I'm done.
Okay, there you have it. Well, you know what? We've got so much to learn, Eunice. We're gonna do a whole other show. Again, we're going to start planning our fundraiser. I want everybody to stay tuned within the basement with Mclemore. We'll have some more information on next month, and by that time, the first Monday in September, we'll know what Eunice and I and the Chicago Cannabis Chamber of Commerce is doing for a fundraiser. That's what we're working on. Our membership drive first. We want to get you LGBTQ people on as a member. That's the first thing that you want to do. Get your penny candy together. Become a member of the chambers now, because pretty soon we're going to be big, y'all, and you ain't going to be able to afford us when we get big. So get in now while we're offering you these prices and these membership fees that we're starting off with. Get in now, because we are planning on being millionaires with not only just the chamber. I'm not going to just be high.
Absolutely. And I want to say, if there's any out there who are interested in not only becoming members, but you want to see how you can work with us as a company, you can email me at DASHCEO at eunice.org.
Okay. That sounds like a plan, dog. We have had an amazing show. I want to give you a round of applause, since I'm so excited to work with you. And without further ado, we're going to talk to you.
Thank you, Brian. I appreciate you guys again for having me on.
Okay,
I sent over in.
Thank you so much, Eunice.
Oh, I'm
fantastic.
Sorry. Yeah, fantastic show. Great show. Eunice, Dr. Eunice Sanders, thank you so much. And Chicago Cannabis Chamber of Commerce, thank you for not only having me. I want you guys to just look forward to supporting in this new venture that I'm taking on. It's going to be really big. I want you guys to get your memberships now while they're available. Because like I said, if you are willing to work with us, or you're willing to do locations, whatever your skill set is, we're going to put together a list of stuff that would be beneficial to help us in our endeavors. And right now, Steve, do we have Khalil's stuff ready?
Yep, I'm gonna have, since I wasn't able to put it together on the laptop and have this show on the laptop as well, I'm gonna have to do it old school, and I apologize, but it is loaded up on the laptop, so I'm just gonna have to turn my phone around so that you can watch, but more so and more important, listen.
Okay.
All right.
So before we go, you guys won't hear any more from us. We're gonna just thank the Armor Group. We want to thank Maceo Photos. Most of all, Eunice, Dr. Eunice Sanders. Those are our sponsors for today's show. And without further ado, who are we listening to, Steve?
This is Khalil Funk Boy Mason of Philly. He is on Face the Base Live. You can find him on Twitch Monday nights as we speak. That's why he couldn't do it live, because his show is 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So he sent me 17 minutes of his last show.
Okay.
So
well,
thank you guys.
Thank
you guys for tuning in. Love you. Please come back next month. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day.
Y'all stay on here now. We got some music for you. Just hold on. We're going to be just smiling.
Space director's in the building.
Turn it up, Steve. Turn it up.
Is also in the building.
Are you seeing the screen, Bryant?
Yeah, I see the screen. We're doing
All
an
right.
old school ghetto like a cassette tape.
Well,
Turn it up, baby. Turn it up.
I did. It's up.
All right, y'all. We'll see y'all later.
Are you back for some attention? Are you back for some more? Some more. Back for some more. Back for some attention? Are you back for some more? Back for some attention? Are you back for some more?
What a party that? Oh, man. Oh, I'm going to the front. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Hey, come on, buddy. Come on. You're stepping all over my shoes here. Come on. Stop. Push 'em. We're here. We're here. We're here. We're here. Hey, DJ. Hey, DJ. Hey, DJ.